Joined by UMass Boston's Danny Brown, head coach Brendan Eygabroat, and Ryan McCormick from left to right. Coach, an opening statement on this contest.
Yeah, really good ball game. It was back and forth. I thought both teams played really well in spurts, and I think both teams left some runners out there. You know what I mean? I thought, Fernando came out, didn't really look like he had his best stuff today. He competed and kept us in the game. I thought when Rudy went out there, I thought Rudy did a really good job of having some quick innings and putting up some zeros and handing the ball over to Tram. And I thought, Brownie made a couple phenomenal defensive plays. Corm came through with a really clutch hit with a double steal on. We were very fortunate to sneak that first game. So really, really important to win the first one in a best of three. And hopefully we can come out here tomorrow and get one more.
Ryan, let's talk about the biggest at-bat of this contest. You come up in the eighth inning with one out. A couple of guys on after, unfortunately, the bunt doesn't work out your way, and it could have been a momentum shift for them. What were you trying to do in that at-bat? And when did you know that ball was going to get down? Because you fisted it, and the shortstop at least faked as if he had a chance to make the play.
Yeah, I just wanted to get a hit, give us a chance, and give Bob the ball so we can save the game for us, so we can get that first one, because the first one's always the biggest game.
Looking at your day, you had a couple of hits today. It seemed like it was the bottom half of the order's turn to pick you guys up after the top half had a couple nice games in Game 2 and Game 3 last weekend. What was the focus against Nick Powers? He shut down Southern Maine last week and seemed to be really effective against some of the lefties in your lineup.
Yeah, well, he's a strike thrower, so we wanted to attack first pitches because he throws fastballs, and we like to hunt fastballs.
Turn it over to Danny. Huge play diving to get that first out of the ninth inning. Easily could have been a momentum shift. With the wind blowing the way it was, obviously you guys know it a little bit better than New England College, but how does that influence you in terms of how you read balls, and kind of when did you know that you were going to be able to make that play?
Yeah, the wind was brutal today. Everything was just dying. In regards to that diving catch, I knew if they got the leadoff runner on, it could be dangerous because they just spun him over. So I just wanted to make a play.
Fernando wasn't quite as good as he's been recently, but what did you see out of Tyler, who hasn't had the chance to pitch last week, and then Bobby, who looked almost like a different pitcher than he did against Wheaton, where he wasn't quite his normal self?
Yeah, Rudy just goes in, throws strikes, makes people put in play softly. And Bob, even when he's not doing well, the defense will pick him up. We'll get the win.
Coach, the big play of the game, not only made by Ryan getting the hit, but that double steal allowed you to score 2 runs, including a run from first. What went into that conversation amongst your coaching staff to pull off that play?
I mean, you got to play to win, and I think we needed to be aggressive. We had sort of talked about, maybe trying to activate the running game a little bit because we weren't really hitting the ball, I think, the way that we're capable of. And luckily in that situation, it worked out perfectly with a dying quail over the infield and, a couple guys hustling around the bases. And it was a good combination to do it with Riley and Brownie. It's our, 2 of our 3 best base runners. And Corm's a really good barrel finder. So I think with him, we felt confident that even if he swung through it, we'd have a chance to be safe. And if he put it into play, maybe it opens up a hole, or maybe one drops in like it did. So we're fortunate to have that work out, and hopefully we can, stay aggressive tomorrow.
To any of you guys, what was the atmosphere like today? New England College had a very loud, vocal fan base, and every time that your team came through, it was your fans who got up and were loud. It's certainly the loudest I've ever seen it here at Monon Park.
Yeah, we knew that when they were doing well, they were going to be really high and loud, but we just wanted to put them to sleep early and weather the storm.
Finally, Ryan, you guys didn't really trail much at all in the LEC tournament, the regional tournament. What was the conversation like in the dugout when they were able to take an early lead, when they were able to retake the lead? How were you guys able to keep that confidence high?
Yeah, well, it was a little different being down 2-0 after the first, and all their fans were going crazy. But I think we did a good job in the second, putting up a 3 spot just to quiet the lead. And then we gave it back in the 5th. But we just wanted to tack on runs and just grind at bats so we can have a chance to win.
Coach, you've given the same speech to your team the last couple weekends about not dropping a doubleheader all season long. You're in that same spot. How much confidence do you have in this group, especially because this wasn't the cleanest Beacons baseball game and you still were able to pull off the win?
Yeah, I mean, we just want to execute better on both sides of the ball. And I think, it's when you get, first and second no outs or second and third no outs, you really need to put the ball and play hard, and we didn't do that as well as we typically can today. And defensively, we kicked the big double play ball in a big spot, but then we made some great plays in the end. And I think when you got to play green, you got to play to win. So hopefully we can do that tomorrow.
Thanks so much for your time, guys.
Thank you.